All right, welcome everybody. I'm Preston, I'm your host, and this is the Science of Money. We are talking about the red pill system. This is actually part two, continues from the video that was just published on the other day. So we're going to get right back into it. What is the matrix? How does it work? The red pill system, hosted by Nubian Science Channel. So, picking up from the last video, I want you to look on the board and you're going to clearly see that we have no MGMC, red pill system, life, trap. And then on the other side, we have the capture system is what I'll call this. Now keep in mind the word capture, because when we capture something, it is to contain it and to hold it into a position without the thing that's captured being aware of it. So that's very important. That's another element to the matrix, because the matrix in itself creates a very elusive environment where one enters into it, where one believes that it's one thing, but in essence, behind it, there's a whole nother principle, a whole nother operation going on. And that's kind of what's going on with the red pill system. So let's get into it. So I want to start with the household side on the board. Should be able to see this clearly. The HH stands for you and I, household. The HH also is related to the S1, and in the last video we talked about the S1. We'll reiterate shortly in this video. So the S1 is you and I. S1 is money. Money is motion. Money is opportunity. Money is niche. Money is energy, and money is yearly flow. So that's all S1. So that's a flow, and that's an up and down flow. And then you also have you, which is related to the money in the flow system. But here's the thing about it. As I said in another video, that S1 contains everything. So S1 is the key element to all of it, which is us, because we contain everything. So S1 is on this side, households. And then if you look at the, we have some new arrows on the board, and I want you to look at something. So you have a C, and then you have the CS2, and that arrow slopes down, right? And so it comes over here to, because keep in mind, you're in the matrix, so you're actually plugged into a system without you even being aware of it. So you see the C2, and then, you see the C above the S2. So the S2, let me reiterate for those that have not watched all of the content yet, let me bring you up to speed. So S1 is you, S1 is the money, and you, right? The S1 is plugged into the red pill system, which is on this side of the board, which is the flow-in system. And S1 is actually plugged into S2. You plug S1 into S2, now you're actually plugged in. You remember, not comparing it to the movie, but kind of like if you ever saw The Matrix, you remember how the actor was plugged in and he was like literally like plugged into the system? Well, I mean, you literally like plugged in, for real, for real. And so like, you take S1 and you put that into S2, that creates a flow-in system, for S2, and then the formula is F is equal to PI S1 S2 is equal to 300, 900, percent exponential growth. Talked about that in another video. And then down here you have S2 is equal to C is equal to F is equal to goods to sell. And goods to sell, back to us, households, that's the flow back. And then you have, once they've done that, the S1 is equal to 1200 to 1900% exponential growth. Why? On their side. Now, here's another addition to that part. So, follow my hand over the loop, over the arc, and now you see the same S2. S2 is not only on this side of the board, but they're actually influencing everything on the household side. And so that's that's another component of the matrix. How's that working? Because if you see the C and S2, and we know S2 is for the firm. Now S2 is even over here, and this is how deep the red pill goes. So S2 is on this side, on the household side, actually influencing the flow out system. How are they doing that? Well, let's see something. If you take the C is equal to C influence, it creates a wave, right? A wave can influence thought or actually sleep it. You heard me say that. So the C is influencing your thought and it lulls it to sleep. And it creates what we call a sleeper cell. Okay, so check it out. It's on the board. It's all on the board. So C influences the thought, it sleeps it, right? C is equal to TV, music, and any medium of exchange that they actually that you actually produce it for them in the C2 formula or the F formula. But then they in reverse, some of this stuff they sell to you, some of this stuff they actually have set up where it's constantly in your view, and then they actually influence through the C, which the C is the wave. The wave is obviously the wave of technology, and so the C waves through your thought. It lulls you to sleep, and then it creates an elusive, like a conscious identity, and you're in pursuit of all of these things that you have seen on television, been influenced by music, this always going to be out of your reach because you have a shortfall. So what happens is now, so they're influencing your thought in the red pill system in the household side. Because you see something on TV, you want the new car, the new home, whatever it is, right? You don't have the money to get it because you're not generating a backflow for yourself, nor do you have any plan, like the MGMC, to get you out of the red pill system, to get you on the pathway to the blue side where you can actually have wealth and operating money at the same time. Because you got to realize that wealthy people can spend operating money and still have wealth intact. And that's how wealth is defined. Whereas people typically in the red pill system, they already plugged you into the matrix. They have you in the red pill system. They already have you on a 20% to 3% slope on a yearly cycle. They already got you. They got you trapped in already. You know what I mean? And then here's the cold part. So your whole life you chase this false identity that they create for you over here using C plugged into S2. We know that the S2 is already plugged into S1, and then so they create this identity for you, or for your mind basically, with the C, which is the wave, influencing the thought. They sleep you, put you to sleep pretty much, sleepwalking pretty much, and now you are on a drive program where you're in pursuit of all of these things that you can never really harness or have. Why? Because you're part of a bigger system that you're not even aware of, the red pill system, part of the matrix, where what happens is, over time, all of your properties, are identifiable properties that jump out off of the surface of your psyche, basically, which is your motion, your opportunity, your niche, and your energy, and your yearly flow that has been captured and basically trapped in on both sides. Because now, there's an identity principle created for you through the mediums they use, which is influenced through the wave, influences your thoughts, sleeps it. And so sleep means not using your S1 or yourself to generate intellectual ideas, to carry you in the directions that you should be traveling in. When a person is asleep, that part of them is actually, put to sleep because their main drive is focusing on what they have already put on the board for you. Now, I'm going to show you that the system is smart because if you look on the far end, and hopefully I'm not in the way, they already wrote it. They know where you're going to end up at. They put rat race out there for you. You heard them terms, right? Getting up in the morning, got to get to work. Big cities, you in traffic, people putting their lives on the line trying to get to work. They'd rather run over you than be late. So, but these firms know that that's a rat race because they created it for you. It's part of the matrix. It's a dead end. You've heard that term, right, man? I'm on a dead end job. This is just a dead end, Johnny. Well, you've heard, right? Okay, so they made it. Slaving. I gotta go slave. No, literally, you gotta go slave. You know what I mean? And then job, which means just over broke. So these are their terminologies because they understand, that in the red pill system how it's actually working, and all you're seeing on the surface level primarily is that I gotta meet this objective. But the question you must ask yourself is whose objective? Whose objective? Is your objective to go and be in the system for 10, 15 years and at the end of that system be broke, dried up, depleted, on your way out, and then you pass your kids up to it? That's your objective, that's your dream? So that's why we say that it really is a matrix. It really is a life trap. Now, we're living in a time where we can seize the moment and catch the wave and get out of that. So you say, well, how do you get out of it? Well, what you have to do is you have to have a process that's going to actually what you need is a process that we have designed already, and that's a process where you can capture all of this back for yourself, your emotion, your opportunity, your niche, your energy, and your yearly flow, and you can use it to your advantage. And that's what the MGMC does, Money Goal Management Chart. Because once it's designed for you, you're on a pathway to where you can grow yourself, you can grow your wealth from yourself. And then it creates a system of exponential growth. And so primarily that is the red pill system and how it works. And so, we're talking about the red pill side and some more videos. We'll get into the blue. I think we're going to do 3 more on the red pill side, and then the other 4 will be on the blue. But so we want to have a clear understanding. The next time and I'm not against anybody's job, or anybody's operation or people being employed, but what I am against is poverty. And I think that it's very sad that that people are in the world sometimes or in the conditions that they find themselves in. And if there's a science out there like Newton Science is presenting with these free quality educational teachings to the public, to help aid in that fight and to ultimately eradicate it, then that's the aim. And keep in mind that we humbly appreciate everybody that's now part of what we're doing and part of this movement. We want to praise wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and the Father, and just everybody that helps us to do this daily. And we do appreciate you. And I want to say that on a serious note. For everybody that's joining on, please subscribe, share this information with your family. Knowledge and wisdom is more valuable than gold. And when you get a chance to tap into that, it would behoove us all to take advantage of it. So on that note, let's summarize this. This is TSOM. This is part 2.2.3. This is our free class. This is hosted by Nubian Science Channel. I'm your host. This is Preston. And we look forward to you joining us on some more lessons. But this is second class on the Red Pill System. Appreciate you so much. Have a great, great evening and a great life. See you next time.